Hello, everybody. How are you tonight? All right. You know what's getting ready to happen. It is time for you to reach out to your friends, comment, tag them, tell them to get on because it's time for Move It Monday. And we got some moving things to talk about tonight as well. So excited you could be here with us tonight. I'm so happy to be here with you. My name is Marsha Brown. If I haven't met you yet, I am your business leader. And whatever that means, it just means that I'm here to help you succeed in every way possible. And I'm super excited to celebrate you and what you do as well. In this season of Thanksgiving and showing gratitude, Charlie and I want to say a special thank you to each and every one of you for all that you do, for showing up, for being here, for sharing the love with all of your friends and family as well. It makes a difference for each and every one of us, and it makes a difference in the people whose lives you touch. Because never underestimate the power of what you can do by just reaching out to somebody. So it's super excited to be here with you tonight. Now, I want us to get a record number of people on it, and I'm noticing that we don't have a big number on yet. And I know there'll be lots of folks watching replay, and I know that this week for a lot of people is a lot going on with the Thanksgiving holiday, travel, all of that. But I am going to encourage you just right now to go ahead and tag a friend, say, hey guys, come on, it's Move It Monday. And remember, we do stream to YouTube. So if you have some friends that you've been talking to that are thinking maybe they might want to know more about selling Tupperware, they might want to check us out, go ahead and grab the link on the YouTube channel and send it to your friend and say, hey, watch this tonight so you can see a little bit more about what we're all about and why it might be the right time for you to do this with me as well. So excited to have you guys here. And as always, I like to start us off with a thought. And so tonight, I would like to start with this thought here. In any given moment, we have two options: to step forward into growth or to step back into safety. And the reason that I wanted to share this quote with you tonight is because I truly believe that we often hold ourselves back from our potential because we're so afraid of either failing or sometimes succeeding. Now, that might sound crazy. Why would I be afraid to succeed? But I will tell you that for many years, that was one of the things that held me back because I wasn't sure that I could handle the mess of success. And I say the mess of success because sometimes when we are doing well, when business is going well, it's going at such a fever pace that we feel like sometimes we're getting overwhelmed. We feel like we're getting on a roller coaster, and we don't really like roller coasters. And so we really don't know whether we can handle it all. There's also that fear that if we succeed and we really didn't know what we were doing to succeed, then we're going to fall flat on our face and everybody's going to look at us and say, ha, 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 I told you so. And once again, that is a comfort zone that we put ourselves in, and that is a place that we don't want to be. So whether your fear is, I'm going to put myself out there and I'm going to fail miserably and everybody's going to laugh at me and I'm going to look like a loser, or whether your fear is, I'm going to go out there and I'm going to do well, but I'm not going to really know what I'm doing. And it's not going to last. And then people are going to think I'm an imposter. If those things are holding you back, then today I want to encourage you to just say, no more. I'm not going to hold myself back. I'm not going to let myself be limited by what I think might happen. I want you to open your mind to possibilities, and I want you to step out by faith. I want you to trust that everything that you need is inside of you and that you have the potential to be successful. And will you step out there some days and fail? Absolutely. But you know what? That's not the end of the world, because if we don't fail, we don't learn. And great achievers always fail forward. So I want you to take this opportunity to ask yourself, when was the last time that I put myself out there and I failed? And if you haven't done that lately, then you haven't tried hard enough. Because if I don't get up and fail at something every single day, then I don't feel like I've done my job. So it's important that we put ourselves in positions to fail on a regular basis, because when we fail and we fail forward, then what that means is that we learn from that experience and we recognize I can learn from this and I can do better the next time. So in any moment, you can make that decision. I'm going to step forward, I'm going to grow, or I'm going to step back and I'm just going to live the safe life. And I'm not going to put myself out there, and I'm not going to ruffle anybody's feathers or maybe miss up the waters or whatever. Quit living like that. You deserve better. All right. So tonight, let's talk about things that we can do to grow our business and to succeed greatly. Okay. So, of course, we have 10 more days in this month that we are nine, I guess it's 9 more days now to finish up the month of November. It ends on November 30th. That is a Wednesday. So 9 days from today, we finish our month up, and you have these amazing gifts that are waiting for you. Not to mention that, this month we're also doing our turkey trot, and looking for our gobblers and wobblers and our big birds. And of course, we have all these great gifts from Tupperware up to the $2,000 level. At the 2022, you get your special ornament of the month from me. And then as you move up from the gobblers and to the big birds, and those higher levels in our turkey trot, you're also qualifying for additional gifts from me and Charlie. So don't leave anything on the table. Get those gifts that are out there for you to earn for free. And let's finish up this month really big and really strong. All right. So we also want to take this time to think about who can we offer the opportunity with. Now, how many of you, go ahead and put it in the comments, how many of you are going to be spending this weekend or at least Thursday with family or friends? If you're going to be, put in the comments, are you going to be with family? Are you hosting? Are you going to somebody's house? Are you going to be seeing some friends? Maybe you're doing a Friendsgiving kind of dinner. Think about all of the people that you're going to see. And I want you to do this, no matter who you're going to be with, if you're hosting or if you're going somewhere, I want you to go prepared. I want you to take with you some catalogs, maybe some of the flyers that we have special, or put them on your phone or your iPad so you can swipe through them and show them some of the things that we have on special. Because gosh, there are so many things on special right now. And of course, we have more specials. We have those Disney specials. And we have those catalog specials, those Black Friday catalog specials starting on Wednesday. So you want to have all of those. I think there's like 7 flyers of specials that we have right now. Get all of those out, including your brochure, have those ready. And then maybe take a little special bag of some of your special products that you really like to show off. If you have to make something for your Thanksgiving dinner, don't make it ahead of time, or if you make it ahead of time, make sure you've got it in a Tupperware container that you can prepare, serve it in, prepare it in there. But I always like to offer to bring something that I have to kind of finish up when I get there. So I might use my supersonic chopper or the little smooth chopper. Maybe I'm making the cranberry sauce. I use my stack cooker to make my famous cranberry sauce. It's cranberries, mandarin oranges, a little bit of sugar and vanilla. And then I can put some chopped nuts in it. Oh my gosh, it is amazing. I do it in the microwave in the stack cooker. Fantastic. It's great to put on top of goat cheese as a spread. It's great to put on brie baked as well. And you can add some bread pieces around the outside of that. It's absolutely yummy for that. And of course, it's fantastic with your turkey, with your stuffing, and all of your usual Thanksgiving things. So go prepared to subtly talk about your Tupperware products. Maybe you're going to take some cold brew coffee and make some cold brew coffee when they're there. Maybe you're going to make the cake and you're going to cook the cake when you're there and then flip it out so that everybody can see it when you get there. That's going to be really cool too. So look at how you can talk about your Tupperware products when you're there. Also, carry some of your products that you know people need to see and touch and feel so that they're there, and you can take them to the side and show it. You can just go, hey, Aunt Sue, come on back in the bedroom. I've got some of my Tupperware there. And that way you can show it off. Go prepared to share the great things that Tupperware has to offer with your family and your friends. And then at the same time, what you can be doing is demonstrating some of your products and sharing with them how much fun you're having selling Tupperware and why you love what you do and why they need to join you in Tupperware as well. Now, that would be a really cool thing to do, don't you think? Because you just might find a cousin, a friend, a family member that's looking for a way to make some extra money, and you could turn them on to that right then and there. Sign them up on the spot, and they can take advantage of one of these great offers that we have and claim their first order reward by placing their first order before the end of the month. Now, of course, the more people that you share the opportunity with, the more big gifts you're going to get. Check out all those gifts that are available to you. And I'm going to give a little plug. If you missed last Monday's Move It Monday and you missed Friday's Recruiting 101 that my friend Pat and I did for all of you guys, I'm going to encourage you to go watch it, listen to it, take some notes, be proactive about reaching out to people. Because remember, we're going to step outside our comfort zone. And by the end of this coming by this weekend, I want each and every one of you to have welcomed at least one new recruit. Can you do that? How many of you would love to do that? Recruit one new person by Friday. It would be your Black Friday special to yourself to welcome a new recruit. What about 2? What about 3? Oh my gosh, who could welcome the most new people in the next 7 days? In fact, I think I could find something really amazing and awesome to give away. And, Pat and I did a little challenge, and we said this week, everybody who recruited, we were going to put a piece of Tupperware in a thing. And when we got to our magic number, we were going to double the pieces of Tupperware in there. And, we haven't even had a single recruit since Friday. No, we've had one recruit since Friday. So guys, I know we can do this. I know that we can make a difference and share this with other people. And I know I sound like a broken record when I talk about it, but guys, this to me is the best thing we have to offer people. It is the gift of our opportunity. So let's be proud out loud and let's share it with everybody as well. All right. We also have an amazing thing going on this month, and it is our Go for More challenge. It just started last Thursday. So it's been going on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, today, 5 days. As of 5 o'clock today, these are our 4 folks who have qualified for this amazing set here as well. And guys, I want to talk to you a little bit about these products right here. So I'm going to have to switch the camera here. So we're going to switch on that camera and okay, and then we're going to change spots. Okay. All right. Now we're there. Yes. All right. You can see me, right? Yes. Okay, Charlie. So we're going to need you to switch the camera to me big and the picture little. Down at the bottom. If you can't do it, I can do it. Okay. So as I mentioned, there are some cool things that you have an opportunity to get for $25. Before I talk to you about that, I did want to show you these beautiful new products that we have that you can sample right now. So these are the new clear maids that you saw, the new clear ones. Aren't these gorgeous? Look at that. I want you to see the size of them. Put them next to my head so you can see them. So they're about the width. They're actually a little wider than your modular mates, not quite as long as your modular mates, but they do stack on top of each other, just like the others. These are great for things that you want, like if you have that open cabinet concept, where the shelves are out and you can have your things in here. They have a really easy top to lift. Just pull this up and lift it off. And it seals, just around the edge, just like, some of your other seals. It just snaps on just like that and pops over the edge. And so everything is so clear and pretty to look in there. You could use some of the smaller ones in your bathroom if you wanted to. You could put your soap crystals, you could put your Q-tips and your cotton balls and all of those things. But it's just the perfect thing, I think, by a coffee center. You could have your coffee in one, you can have your tea in one, you can have your creamer in one, and just have it all sitting right there. So I wanted you to get a chance to see how pretty these are, how gorgeous they are, and that way you can make sure that you've ordered your samples so you can get these before December as well. Set these over to the side. The other one that I wanted to give you a chance to see up close and personal is our brand new glass and bamboo canisters. Now these are absolutely stunning. This is the medium size. So there are 3 sizes. There's a small that's half this size. There's a large that's this much bigger. But I wanted you to see these. These are perfect for, once again, that open cabinet concept or countertop. And because so many people are going with the glass and the bamboo look. It's a very organic look. It's very eco-friendly. A lot of people really want that kind of look in their kitchen. And it has a silicone rim around the bamboo. So I don't know if you can see that, but it's on there like that. Okay, and that makes it an airtight seal. Now, one of the things that we have been told that we want to tell, recommend to our customers that this is the perfect thing for your nuts, for your grains, for some of the, the things like that, your oats, anything that's more solid, your macaroni, your pasta, those kinds of things. What you don't want to use these for are things that are pretty floury or very granular. So you really wouldn't use these for sugar or for flour. And the reason for that is because that those very fine crystals and the textures of the pieces can get clogged up around the silicone, and then it prevents it from sealing like it's supposed to. So it's really for like your dry goods, your pasta, your beans, your nuts, and whole grains. Those would be perfect things to put in there, but not your flour, not your sugar, and things along that nature. You can also use these in the bathroom to put, if you want to have something that really pretty shows off, all of the things that you have to grab and go. You could use it for your soap balls, your cotton balls, your Q-tips, and those kinds of things as well. It is made out of borosilicate glass, which is the same thing that our new Premia glassware is made of. It is a much thicker kind of plastic, a more durable, not plastic, much thicker kind of glass, a more durable kind of glass. And it's just, it's such a beautiful product. So I wanted you to see those also, so that if you haven't ordered yours yet, you can get those ordered before as well. So going back to our talk about our products that are in the thing. So there are 3 key products in this special Go for More challenge set. So when you submit $500 from this past Thursday until November 30th, so you've got 2 weeks to do it, you have the opportunity to purchase a set that includes your cold brew. Let me go back one thing here. Okay, so a cold brew carafe. You get a set of 4 tumblers, 4 of the open house plates, and you get our stack cooker 3-quart casserole, or the Tupperware 3-quart casserole, the cone, and the cover. And I want to talk to you about these products tonight, because you may think, well, I've already got one, I don't need another one. But I want you to, if you don't have this, I want you to have one. And if you have one, I want you to have a second one, because we're going to talk about why you need them and how you're going to use them, okay? So before I get to this Tupperware, I want to talk to you about my, I haven't changed my slide, there we go. All right, my cold brew carafe. This thing gets used in my house all the time, because I have one for decaf, one for regular, and I keep it going. And then once I've made it, I just move it over into a water bottle, and then I have it in the fridge. And that way I can just pour it out as I need it, and I can start another batch. So it's time for me to start another batch. So I thought I would show you exactly how you go about it. So the first thing you want to know is that it has this wonderful sieve, this filter. And on this filter, when you look at it really close, there are lines. There's one right here, there's one right here, and there's one right here. So there's 3 lines. This is for your regular blend. This is for your concentrate blend. And this is your water line. So the thing you're going to do is you're going to use this, this is your Triton container. You're going to place the filter inside. Then you're going to take your coffee, and you're going to put your coffee in there. And so you can just scoop it into it to fill the line that you want. So for this one, this is actually regular coffee, not decaf. And so for my regular coffee, I typically like to do it just to the regular. I don't like to get it over, I don't want it too concentrated because I will get caffeinated like crazy. Okay, so I've got that filled in up to my little line. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is pour water onto it. So I take my water, and you can use right out of the tap water, whatever, and you just pour it slowly in. I like to kind of go mine around the edges. A lot of times when I do my decaf, I will make it more of a concentrate because I tend to cut my decaf a little bit more. I like to put some almond milk in it. You could do oat milk, coconut milk. I had one earlier today with some with coconut milk because I like that flavor. And so I'm just kind of pouring it in. And as you can see, as the water pours in, it's going to kind of go all the way down. It's starting to turn. You can see already. I'm going to need a little bit more water in there. But you can see it's already starting to turn color. Now, I'll let this sit for 8 to 12 hours. I'm just going to stick it in the fridge, leave it overnight. I'll finish the water up to this line right here, and then stick it in the fridge. And so then when it's done, tomorrow morning, I'll open it up. I just lift this out. I usually set mine just like this so it drains. And then once it's finished draining, I'll sit it onto here. And that way it'll have a little bit more draining. And then I'll finish it up and take this out and take the coffee grounds that are left. And I use those to mix into my compost in my garden for my herbs and things like that. So it's a perfect way for you to be very eco-friendly, and it's also very economical because if you've gone to the store and ever priced cold brew coffee, I can tell you that to get a thing this size, which is what this is going to make, it's about $10 for you to get just the regular. And if you get the concentrate, it's even more expensive. So this way, I'm saving so much money because when they have coffee on sale, and it's just the only time I ever buy my coffee is when it's on sale, I stock up, and then that way I can make like 4 of these for about $8 instead of spending $40 to buy them already pre-made. So that makes it really very economical, and of course I can make it the flavor that I want. If I wanted to make some cinnamon, I could throw a cinnamon stick in it. If I wanted to make a coconut flavor, I could throw some dried coconut in it. If I wanted to do peppermint for the holidays, I can throw some peppermint candy in there with it while it's blending, so it'll kind of flavor that as well. And you can also even do the same thing and throw some cacao bean or cacao nibs, so cocoa nibs. That gives it that chocolatey flavor. So you can make your own mocha as well. So that's our cold brew carafe. And once you have your cold brew, then just grab your glass, put some ice in there, put your favorite milk. Like I said, I've got almond milk in here. I'm going to add some of my cold brew just like this. Look how pretty that is. If you wanted to, you could put some whipped cream on top of it, drizzle some caramel on top of it, or shave some chocolate on it, and there we go. A beautiful cold brew coffee. Yum, that is so good. All right, so that's one of the things that you can get in this set. So if you don't have a cold brew, being able to get the set for $25, right there, you've already got your money back because the cold brew is $42. So you're saving a lot of money on that. But you're also going to get, like I said, those plates and those tumblers. And you're going to get the 3-quart Tupperware casserole, cone, and cover. And I want you to see this baby because this is thebomb.com. Now, I have a recipe here that one of our amazing leaders, okay, if you can switch that chart to make the picture bigger. Can you do that? No, not me. There we go, I got it. Okay. So this is a chocolate zucchini cake that our amazing Donna Jo Wilkinson did. And she is so putting herself out there, stepping outside her comfort zone, guys. And so you want to you want to challenge her. You want to be like Donna Jo, because she is always trying out these new recipes, and she takes pictures as she goes along so she can create a story. And then she also will go live and share these, and she shares these with her customers. She shares them on her VIP page. And this is just a great way to create interest for everybody with your products. So basically what she did is she's using a chocolate cake mix. And I cut a couple of the pictures out just so it all fit on the screen. But she has a chocolate, like a devil's food chocolate cake mix. And she uses all of the ingredients that it calls for, the 3 eggs, the water, and the oil. And then she has grated, I think she said a half a cup of grated zucchini. And Donna Jo, if you're watching, go ahead and put in the comment the full recipe for everybody. And then she grated it up really fine using her little hand speedy grater, and then mixed the batter together, stirred the zucchini into it, and then put it into the 3-quart casserole with the cone. So now the cone fits right into the inside of it. And if you don't have one of these, Charlie, if you can switch just for me, then you want to see that right here in the center. Okay, there we go. All right, right here in the center, there is a circle. And that circle is what we call the locator for your cone. And it sits right on there. Now it's not, if you turn it on its side, it's going to fall off. But basically it holds it in place. And the reason for that is when you understand how the microwave works, you understand why we have the cone. Because a microwave ray is only about 1.5 inches long and the width of your little finger. So if you put it here, you'll see that it doesn't go all the way in. But if I put one finger on top of the cone and one on the outside, you'll see that they meet in the middle. Hello there, friend. And basically what's happening is the micro rays are able to penetrate the food from 2 angles. So in both directions, all the way around, it's coming in. And that's going to mean that the food will heat more evenly. And what happens is the molecules on the, as they get touched by the microrays, they start to go, oh, I want to find my friend. I want to find my friend. And they start doing like this. It's just like when you snap your hands together and rub them, you know how it gets warm, friction, right? Well, that's exactly what happens with this. It gets friction and it causes the food to start to heat from all of these different areas. And it just transfers heat from one place to the other. And it cooks really quickly because it does it this way. So what she did is she went ahead and made that batter. She poured it into this. Here's a little tip in case you didn't know. If you take your spatula and you just gently push it up onto the edges of your cone and a little bit gently onto the edges of the outside, only about 1 inch or so, what will happen is the cake will rise a little bit taller than it would otherwise. Now you can cook it with it covered or you can cook it uncovered. That's up to you. I know in her case, I think Donna Jo cooked hers covered. Sometimes I will use this underneath, especially if I'm doing one that has an icing in the bottom because I want to get the microwaves underneath. As well, I can use it as a trivet to lift it up as I'm cooking as well. Here's another really quick tip about using this cover. When you put it on in this position, it's like a seal, so it's going to keep all of the moisture and everything inside. If you turn it this way, it's like a vented pot. So I just flip. Did you notice how I did that? This is handle to handle. This is handle opposite. What happens is it creates little vents on the side. This is the perfect thing if you're wanting to let off a little bit of the excess steam as it cooks because you want it to kind of get a little maybe drier. You don't want moist spots all over it. So that's kind of a great way. This is going to be the way we're going to cook a chicken that I'm going to tell you about in just a few minutes. All right, so you're going to cook this in your microwave, and there are several different ways you can go about cooking cakes depending on the type of cake. As a rule of thumb, unless you have a super high wattage microwave, you can probably do it in about 9 minutes. The hot fudge lava cake, which doesn't use the cone, it uses a can of chocolate frosting that you scoop out and put right into the center. That works like your cone because it's made out of sugar and fat. And the cake is made out of more ingredients. So the sugar and fat attracts the microwaves first. So it kind of works like this. It brings microwaves to the center as well as the microwaves that are coming in on the outside, because microwaves are attracted to 3 things: molecules of fat, sugar, and water in that order. Fat first, sugar second, and then the water last. So that's how it cooks more evenly that way. You can make a pineapple upside down cake. And so you're going to put your pineapple in the bottom with your brown sugar and your cherries. Reserve the pineapple juice. Use that in place of water in your cake mix. Pour it on top. Do a pineapple upside down cake. Because of the moisture, and once again, if you use this underneath, it's going to lift it up. It's going to cook a little quicker and more evenly on the bottom. Also, you can do a German chocolate cake. So you can take a coconut pecan frosting can and just smear it into the bottom. Mix up your German chocolate cake mix, pour it over the top, and then cook that in the microwave. Once again, about 9 minutes. Now, I have a higher watt microwave, so I tend to do mine at 70% power for about 11 minutes, 11 and a half minutes. I'll take it out. I'll look at it. And here's what you look for when you're looking for a cake. And you can see that in the picture Donna Jo had, and I'll share that also on the page. But the edges will have started to pull away. That'll tell you that it's cooked enough that it can pull away from the edges. The top of it will look dry. It will not look like wet. It looks more like satin. If you see little wet spots, it means it needs to cook a little bit longer. Now remember, when you take a cake out of the microwave, anything you take out of the microwave, it's going to continue to cook for several minutes. So when you take it out, you want it to look satiny, not wet. But you also don't want it to look super dry because it's going to continue to cook, and so it's going to get too dry. So it's real important that you check it, and then if you need to cook a little bit more, try 30 seconds and then 30 seconds. And that way you'll cook it. There are so many recipes you can do. You can take a spice cake. Right now, pumpkin spice cake, you use the pumpkin puree instead of your other liquids in there, and you use that with a spice cake mix, and it does that up. You can do an apple spice cake where you put apple pie filling in the bottom, or you can do it with grated apple in the actual pie, the cake mix, the spice cake mix as well. You can put a cream cheese frosting over the top of that. But as I said, I wanted you to also know how you can do something besides a cake. Now, I think this is worth having just because you can do cakes every night of the week and not have to heat up your whole kitchen to do it. You can do a cake in 10 minutes. Who wouldn't love that, right? But you can also do a rotisserie style chicken, a chicken and rice, as well as, you can use it to do a casserole in. 2 ways to do your chicken. Now, one of the ways that we have is called the happy chicken. And it's called the happy chicken because you take about a 3-pound chicken, whole chicken, and you basically stuff the interior with some herbs, maybe some oranges and things like that, and then you just stack it right on top of the cone. So it kind of like sits on the cone and it goes, woo, I'm happy. Okay. And then you oil the outside of it with olive oil. I always recommend olive oil because it gives it a little bit more flavor. And whatever your favorite seasoning rub you'd like to use, you can use a lime, like a spicy lime and cilantro type seasoning. You could use a herb roast seasoning blend on the outside. You can sprinkle it with some paprika. If you want to, you can even get some of that like chicken bouquet that they use to color gravies and stuff like that. And you can mix a little bit of that with your oil and paint that onto it as well. And basically what this does is it makes the skin get really nice and crunchy and very flavorful and sort of looks very dark. What's great about cooking your chicken this way is it's not going to dry out, because if you run by the grocery store and pick up one of those rotisserie chickens that's been sitting under that little light all day long, number one, you don't know how long it's been there, and number two, it's super dry by the time you get it home. And this way you're going to cook it and it's going to come out perfect, and it's going to be nice and juicy as well. So you can just do it on there, and in that case what I would do is just take some parchment paper and wrap it around, just like one time around, kind of make a little tent and stick it in the microwave. Now you're probably wondering, well, Marcia, how long do I cook it? Super simple, guys. For anything that has a bone in it, you're going to usually cook it for 7 minutes a pound. So for that 3-pound chicken, I'm going to do 21 minutes. I'm going to take it out. I'm going to let it rest for about 5 minutes, and then it'll be done. If it's a 4-pound chicken, 28 minutes. I'm going to let it rest for about 5 minutes when I take it out. Once your chicken gets kind of big, like to the 4-pound size or 4.5-pound size, it's best to not use the cone, but instead to place it right down inside of it. This is where you can also do chicken and rice at the same time. So you can stuff the cavity of your chicken with any kind of seasonings that you want, even sprinkle some of that garlic and salt on the inside, or poultry seasoning, and then brush it with the oil and put that on there. You can use a glove and rub it, or you can just sprinkle it on. And then add a cup of liquid in the bottom. You can use chicken broth or water, and then add a half a cup of rice in the bottom with it. You're going to cover this up. And once again, I'm going to cover it in this setting because I want it to, have a chance to give a little bit of the steam off and just let it cook. And so once again, because I added a little bit more weight, I'm going to add a little bit more time to it. So if I was cooking my 3-pound chicken with the rice, I would do 20 minutes for the chicken, and then I want to add about another 6 minutes for the rice, okay? And so I just put that in there and let it go. And so about 25 minutes in, 26 minutes in, I'm going to check it, see how everything's looking. The rice should be done. The chicken be good. You can just stick a knife in it and check and see, make sure that the juice coming out is clear, and your chicken will be done. And then you're going to undo it, always opening away from you so the steam comes out. It's absolutely incredible. You will love your chicken this way. It's great for doing your potatoes, for your mashed potatoes for Thanksgiving. You can just put them in here. You don't even need to cover it with water. Just put about a 1/4 cup of water in here with your potatoes cooked, cut up and to about the 3/4 of the way. Cover it. This time I would cover it the complete way. Cook my potatoes. If I'm doing 3 pounds of potatoes, this time it's 6 minutes a pound. So I do it about 18 minutes. You probably can do it quicker, probably 15 minutes. We'll cook your potatoes and then you just drain it because you didn't use a lot of extra water. It's not going to be, it's not going to take as long to cook. And then you're just going to mash your potatoes. You're going to have your mashed potatoes just like that as well. So those are just a few of the many things you can do with the 3-quart casserole and the cone. And the reason that, number one, you want one. If you don't have one of these, you want this set for yourself. But if you already have the stack cooker, maybe you've got the whole 3-piece set, but you get one of these. If you're demoing at your parties how to make a cake, then this would be something people are going to really like. And you could offer a bonus to anyone who books a party with you that they can get this 3-quart casserole cone and cover for a very special price. In fact, they can name the price and you will let them have it for $2 a day from now until when they have their party. And give them an amount, like how much their party has to be, like a minimum, just a $350 party, and you can get this. So if you can have your party in a week, then that's going to be $14. You get it for $14. But it gives you a way to get a party pulled in quickly. You could take this with you if you're doing an in-home party, and you could say, hey, I've got one of these in the car. First person who wants it can take it home with you tonight. You can make a cake for your family tomorrow. And then that way you could turn this into fast cash. In fact, you could sell it, for $45 and you've already made your money back. Plus they got a really great deal because they got to take this home today. So that's just a few things that you can think about with that. So you've got your cold brew, you can do the same thing with. You've got the opportunity for you to do the set like the stack cooker like that. And then of course you've got those beautiful plates and tumblers. And once again, that plate is the perfect size for turning out any of your cakes in this as well. But here's what I would do too. If I've got a vendor event coming up, I'm going to take the plates and the tumblers, I'm going to shrink wrap them together, put a big piece of ribbon on them, and put a price on that. I'm going to wrap this up. I'm going to have a little recipe card with me, or a little attachment with 3 or 4 cake recipes, or things that they can do with this. I'm going to have it tied up, price on it. I'm going to have my cold brew there. I'm going to have it wrapped up. I'm going to have a curly ribbon on it. I'm going to have a couple of cards that show some specialty coffees that they can make. And I'm going to have them all sitting there, grab and go gifts. If I don't have a vendor event, I'm going to put them in a basket. I'm going to walk into an office that maybe is near me. I'm going to walk into that office and I'm going to say, if you have any last minute Christmas gifts to get, I'm here to solve the day. I'm the Tupperware Magic Christmas Fairy, here to make your gift giving easy. And you can share the different gifts. You can sell them cash and carry right there. And you've got some fast cash right in your pocket as well. So $500 in sales gets you the whole set, all those pieces, all 4 pieces there. And the more you sell, the more of those sets you can take advantage of for just $25. So don't miss out. Did any of you notice the set that I have right here? This is that beautiful 12-piece set that's in our current mailer here for November. And I wanted you to see it because it's just so much prettier in person than it looks like on the picture. I'm going to take a picture of it and share it with you as well. And I have my little sign. Can you read what it says? It says cuddle weather because it's been really cold this week. So cuddle weather, this just picks up perfectly. And of course you could use these for some nuts. You could use these for popcorn. You could use these for different kinds of salads. You can use these for all your leftovers after Thanksgiving. You can use this for wrapping up as gift giving. These would be perfect. The colors are gorgeous. You could use these to wrap up for individual gifts, depending on, like these could be great for your teachers, your bus drivers, or your UPS or FedEx guy. You could use this for the neighbors. You could use the bigger ones maybe for your better friends for a cookie exchange. You could use those for to have some things wrapped up. I think Stacy Clifton had shared an idea the other day on our Cooking with Dora, is that you could always take some of these containers, whether it's our buffalo plaid or some of these, and you can have some home baked goodies wrapped up in one of these under the tree with just a tag on it. And so if somebody stops by unexpectedly and they bring you a gift and you didn't have a gift for them, you can reach under the tree, pull it out, and you've got a ready gift to give as well. Because there's always those last minute gifts that we think about. These will be great. And these are the things you need to be talking about, sharing with your customers so that they can as well. So let's go ahead and head back to our slides so we can finish up tonight. But I've got a couple of questions that I wanted to ask. I couldn't do them all. I want to ask you, wait a minute. What's the favorite cake that you make in your Tupperwave 3-quart casserole? What's the favorite cake that you make? Go ahead and put that in the comments. We're looking for your recipes, your favorites. And of course, we want to share that because the more we share with each other, the more ideas and tips we have. I did share a file a little bit earlier today. Go back and look at it on the Hooray page. That has a bunch of different cake recipes that we can make in there as well. And then I also want you to think about how are some ways that you use your Tupperwave 3-quart container. So what are some ways that you use your Tupperwave 3-quart casserole? So I see some pumpkin cakes, and I see some chocolate lava cakes, and I see some German chocolate. That's so good. I love that. All right. So once again, what's some things that you make in the 3-quart? I just shared with you how to do the chicken and rice. What are some other things? Oh, bean dip. That sounds yummy. Dean, you'll have to share that recipe with us as well. I even like that size to do, my frosted cauliflower. That's right. We'll have to do that one. I'll have to make that sometime for you guys. Maybe I'll make it this week for you guys. And frosted cauliflower, it's super easy. You take a whole head of cauliflower. You just kind of pierce the piece, put it inside with 2 tablespoons of water. You steam it in the stack cook in the 3-quart in the microwave. And then while that's stewing, you mix up a topping. And it's going to sound awful, but it tastes really good. It's got mayonnaise. It's got mustard. And it's got grated cheese. You put a little bit of You mix that together, smear it on top, put the grated cheese on top of it, stick it back in the microwave, and that basically makes like a cheesy Hollandaise sauce that covers the whole cauliflower. I've had people who told me they hate cauliflower and they eat this and they go, oh my gosh, this is so good. So it's really, really great for that. And of course, I think it's also great just to do a pot of soup. It's great for making some corn chowder and soup like that in your microwave. So it's perfect for so many different things, right? Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at what else is going on. Well, we have our Jubilee fundraiser going on right now. And boy, oh boy, do we have some great things for you coming up. Of course, we have right now we have our Get Your Logo On, and we have this company that Karen Edwards, our director, has found for us that is making all of these awesome different options for you. So there's 2 color choices, 4 different imprint color choices, and all these different styles. There's long sleeve round neck, long sleeve V-neck. There's short sleeve round neck, short sleeve V-neck. There's fleece jackets. There's fleece vests. There's hoodies. So just so many different choices. So check them all out. Pick out the ones you want. Right now, grab your phone, scan the QR code. That'll take you right there where you can order these. It's also on the Hooray group, so you can go there and click the link there as well. But check it out, order them. And they are making these and shipping them out in December, so you would have them for Christmas. So treat yourself to a great little prize, a great little gift yourself, and get that. And then, of course, coming up in 2 weeks, we have our raffle. If you haven't got your raffle tickets yet, guys, you got to get those raffle tickets. Run on over to the Hooray group and make sure that you have, or got yours there as well. Let me see, where's that? There, order your raffle tickets. There you go. Order your raffle tickets. There's the thing there, and it's also on the Hooray page, so you can pull that and order your raffle tickets and get those. And you might be going, well, what all is going to be in it? Well, we're still adding to the list, but let me share with you a few of the raffle gifts that we currently have already pictured in the album. So if you're wanting to keep up with what's going to be raffled off, you want to go into the Hooray group. You want to go across the top bar where it says media, and you're going to click media. And when you go to media, it's going to say pictures, videos, albums. You're going to click on albums. And in the albums, you're going to go to scroll across to the one that says Jubilee Raffle. And it's got a picture of the raffle tickets, just like you saw on the prior screen. And it has pictured all of the different things that we have added already. So we have that fabulous logo package there for you. We have one of our universal skillets with that fabulous scrubby. I love that scrubber pad. You can't buy those now. It's the perfect thing for cleaning your cookware, your Ultra Pro, all of those things, because it doesn't scratch, but it cleans it up beautifully. We have the current catalog host gift specials. So if you haven't got your sample yet, this is a chance for you to be able to maybe get yours for, as your raffle prize. We have, oh my gosh, the sorbet maker. Who's got the sorbet maker? Who doesn't have the sorbet maker? The sorbet maker is the best. If you're trying to, and especially as we get into January, if you're thinking, I'm really going to start fresh in January, I'm going to try to eat healthy, or I'm going to cut back on the sweets, a sorbet maker is a must. Basically, you get frozen fruit and you blend it through this, and it comes out like ice cream. A couple of my favorite ones are mangoes. It comes out beautifully. It's really a nice texture. It's got a natural sweetness. You don't have to add any sugar to it. It's great. Strawberries work well as well. This is a little more tart, but they're fantastic to put in a cup and then add some sugar-free ginger ale or sugar-free Sprite to it. It makes a really yummy little drink for like a non-alcoholic drink that's really tasty and kind of fills that sweet tooth kind of flavoring. And then one of my favorites is to do bananas. So I freeze my bananas into pieces, and then I drop them in there and do it through the sorbet maker, and then I stir in 1 drop of peppermint extract and like some mini chocolate chips, and it tastes like mint chocolate chip ice cream. It's crazy good. And then, of course, we have this, everybody's favorite, the summertime picnic set. You don't even have to have summertime to have it. It comes with the insulated bag. It comes with the bowl. It comes with the plates. It comes with the cups. It comes with the pitcher. All of it's pictured there. You can just see all of these great gifts, and there's more to come. So if you haven't got your raffle tickets yet, get your raffle tickets. Grab them. We are going to do the drawing. We're going to at the end of the month. So we're waiting, so it'll be November. We're actually going to do it on Tuesday, November 6th. That'll give you plenty of time to get those tickets. And we're going to do it Tuesday night. We're going to go live, and I'm going to give away all of the prizes that night. So you want to be sure that you don't miss out on that as well. All right, Charlie, do you have a winner for us for tonight? You've already done them? Okay, I didn't see them. Okay, great. So we've got some winners already, so that's fantastic. And we're going to move on to wishing each and every one of you a very happy Thanksgiving. I hope your table is filled with love and joy and gratitude. I know ours will be, and I will always give thanks for each and every one of you for being part of it. Snoopy won't be at our table this year, but we will, we love him. We loved him and we miss him, and we don't have to worry about him jumping up on the table and eating the food off the table. So, but we're going to have a great Thanksgiving with our family. We hope you have a great Thanksgiving with your family as well. And as we close tonight, I want to leave you with this quote from Brian Tracy. The comfort zone is the great enemy of courage and confidence. You are courageous. You are confident. Let's step outside that comfort zone. Let's step forward into claiming the life that we deserve, and let's make great things happen as we head into these last weeks of 2022 and get ready for a 2023 where you can be all that you can be. So good night, everybody.